In 1999, Oriol Servia won the Indy Lights Championship despite not even winning a single race that season. Making things even stranger is that championship runner-up Casey Mears also went winless. This isn't normal. This is anything but normal. Better yet, it's flat out absurd. A complete statistical anomaly. In the nearly 40 seasons of every variation of the series, from the days of the mini Indy USAC series back in the late 70s, to today's Indy Next series, not a single other driver has gone winless en route to a championship. So what happened this year? What happened for us to get to this point? Well, let's find out. So before we take a look at the results, let's take a look at the drivers. The 99 Indy Lights roster saw 18 drivers race full-time, and 24 drivers race at least once that year in total. Some of the most interesting drivers throughout the season's entry list were Corey Witherell, Tony Renna, future Top Gear Stig Ben Collins, Mario Dominguez, Philippe Giaffoni, Scott Dixon, Casey Mears, and finally Oriol Servia. So it's fair to say that there is a decent amount of talent in the field. So how did a driver with both 0 wins in 1999, but 0 wins in their entire time in the series end up winning the championship? Well, the key to this would be inconsistency. A quick look at the stats will show this. If you calculate the top 3 drivers' average finishes throughout the year, it tells a lot. Philip Peter finished 3rd in the championship, winning 3 times. But despite being tied for having the most amount of wins of anyone in the field that year, he'd still finish 29 points back of Servia, over a full race's worth of points. The reason why was an average finish of 7.0. This compares to Mears' 5.58 and Servia's 5.25. Servia was very consistent this year, even with a solitary DNF in Long Beach. The whole field was just generally inconsistent that year, as DNFs plagued the field. There's an average of over 5 DNFs a race, and only 2 drivers got through the whole year without a DNF, those being Peter and Mears. In total, there are about 65 DNFs this season, out of a total of 226 possible finishes, a field finishing rate of roughly 71%, which is pretty brutal. For context, the 2022 Indy Lights season saw only 23 DNFs and 185 possible finishes, a finishing rate of 88%. So in terms of DNFs, the 99 Indy Lights season wasn't too terrible. For the era, it's somewhat expected to have a lot of DNFs, but a finishing rate of just 71% is still pretty bad. So in conclusion, it was general field inconsistency and consistency from Servia that got him the 99 Indy Lights title. But it's still fascinating seeing the only time in which a driver won the Indy Lights title without even winning a single race. I've always been a fan of stat crunching, so I hope you enjoyed this breakdown of a year as much as I did. There are some truly bonkers races this season, so maybe I'll cover them one day. But for now, that's gonna be it. Thank you for watching, and have a great afternoon.